Hello, everybody, and welcome to the one-on-one show brought to you by Torre Law. Torre Law is a criminal, immigration, and family law firm located at the heart of downtown Orlando, 135 West Central Boulevard, Orlando, Florida, 32801. Our phone number is 407-733-0640. You can find us on Facebook at Torre Law Firm and on YouTube. I've been trying this myself, so the easiest search is if you look up Juan Torre Law, you will find us on YouTube. Anyway, welcome to the show. Today is August 10th. In the news, last time we were trying to do a show, we had some technical difficulties. It didn't air. So I'll briefly talk about news coming out of Orlando. And July 23rd, the Orlando Trust Act basically was a piece of local law passed by the Orlando Commission that prohibits law enforcement from asking questions about immigratory status to the victims of crimes, to be very specific, the victims of crimes. Some people consider this just a feel-good piece of legislation for the city of Orlando. I kind of got that sentiment when I was on the radio show on August 3rd with candidate for Orange County Sheriff Joe Lopez. That was kind of his position. The position being that the feel-good part about it is that, technically the sheriff's office or local PD shouldn't be asking those questions anyway. They don't, as a matter of practice, but this was codified into law by the city of Orlando and is in effect, and basically has enforcement capabilities on the Orlando Police Department, as it's a city ordinance. So therefore, OPD should not be asking you what your immigratory status is and those types of cases. Last week, got to be on the show with Julio Rocha in Spanish on La Grande at 10:30 a.m. We spoke about stand your ground. Also on that show was Joe Lopez, who's running for Orange County Sheriff, and we get to have a little back and forth on that same issue, particularly the McLaughlin case out of Pinellas County, whether or not that it was actually stand your ground. I don't know. You need to look at that video. Again, it's a Pinellas County case. The state attorney is reviewing it again as to whether charges should be filed. And the controversial aspect of that case was that the sheriff in Pinellas County did not file charges against the shooter in that case. The shooter in that case basically postures the case as a stand your ground case. If you look at the video, if you're not familiar with the incident, basically you have a woman parked in a handicapped spot, and a gentleman, or however you would like to refer to him, a man approaches the vehicle. There's some racial overtones about this case because the woman in the car was black, the gentleman approaching the vehicle was white. And basically he starts yelling at her about being parked in a handicapped spot because according to her, she basically parked there momentarily while her husband ran in with one of their minor children into the store and grabbed something out of the convenience store. When he comes out, the husband comes out of the convenience store. He sees this man basically yelling at his wife. The audio is not on the video. The video is only audio, a visual. It's only a visual. There's no audio available. And he sees him in an aggressive posture, yelling at his wife. He pushes the man to the ground. The man takes out a gun immediately and shoots McLaughlin. But the controversial part of the video as it pertains to stand your ground is that when the man pulls out the gun, you can visibly see McLaughlin take a step backwards, not forward, but backwards. With stand your ground basically being a law that protects you in the event of a shooting, you can, if you're a licensed firearm owner and you can have a concealed permanent weapon and you can carry that firearm with you, you can use that firearm with deadly force in the event that you're in imminent danger of either serious bodily harm or the imminent danger of potentially death. With McLaughlin taking a step backwards, it was a huge controversy and continues to be a huge controversy as we wait for the state to decide, the state attorney's office in Pinellas County to decide whether they're going to file the charges or not. Continues to be a huge controversy as to whether this is stand your ground, considering that McLaughlin was taking a step backwards, not forward. There was not an aggressive posture at that point with McLaughlin. I really invite our audience to have a conversation about this. This is an issue that really affects gun policy in the state of Florida for years to come, and should be discussed from a legal standpoint. That being said, the other issues at play on August 3rd last week, Reuters released a story on the immigration side. Basically, DACA is now back in play, or is it? Because order from a federal district judge has ordered that DACA be reinstated, but a federal district judge, John Bates, out of D.C., has also stayed said order, allowing an opportunity for the Trump administration to file an appeal prior to August 23rd. So now we're back on the clock as to whether DACA is going to be in play or not be in play. Again, DACA is deferred action for early childhood arrivals, basically benefiting those individuals who arrived prior to the age of 16, have been in the country for at least 7 years. There's some other requirements with that, but if you'd like to learn more about DACA, and if you feel that that might benefit your family member, please call us at Delatory Law 407-733-0640. Again, that's 407-733-0640. So that's a recap of what's been going on over the last week or two. Thank you very much for joining us on the show this week with One on One. This is Juan Delatory for Delatory Law. We'll see you next week.